Hey guys, how are you all doing? I hope you're amazing. I hope God has been keeping each one of you safe. My name is Naka and I'm from Uganda, East Africa. Today is the 19th of May 2026. The reason why I am saying this date is because I am not certain or sure if I will have the courage, the confidence, the boldness, the audacity to post this video because it's too personal. Time check is 10:40 p.m. As I was entering bed, I just started thinking, my mind just went so far away. And sometimes when I think about something, I prefer documenting it or speaking it out so that one day I can look back or listen to that video or audio and I'm like, wow, I have come this far. So what I was thinking about is how my past relationships have been way back from campus or university when I first started dating, how the men that I met through my university up to when I got a job or started working were never intentional about me in any way. How I thought because they told me that they loved me and that was just enough for me to believe that they meant it. Yet there was more when it comes to someone telling you they love you. Probably I would say I was naive, I was vulnerable, I did not know what I wanted. It's not like now that information is everywhere, that at 20 you're so informed about what it means when a man says they love you or what they do or how intentional they get. It's now different, because of information that is available online. My entire relationships, I have never been loved. It was all pretense because they would say they loved me, but all they wanted was to sleep with me for a period or a season and then they would walk away. And I would have thought probably I am the problem. Probably I'm not loving them enough. Probably I'm not doing enough. I used to blame myself, thinking I was the problem, not understanding that they came to me not because they wanted a relationship or because they loved me, but they just wanted to live the moment and walk away. So I got to realize this a few years back and I was so heartbroken. I was so depressed about it. Even when it comes to finances, no man ever gave me their money willingly, that, oh, have this, go buy yourself something, or this is your upkeep, or this is some money for you. No. If I asked money from my man, they would not give me, or it would be me pushing them or forcing them to give me. Like they never gave me money willingly. And when I say money, like cheap small pocket change, it's not like a lot of money because I was still young and naive. I didn't need too much. So I got to an extent of, no, probably I shouldn't ask money from my boyfriend. I should just love him. He should love me. And that will be it. So going forward, I never did ask money from my boyfriend. I just used to blush it off. Even when I needed him to give me some money, probably to make my nails or do my hair, or just say, baby, have this for you. Even if it was just something small, I never did that. And thinking about it, none of them was intentional about me in any way, So at some point after me getting tired and being depressed about everything, I decided to give love time. I decided to finding myself, I went to God crying and asking God why. And at that point, I was blaming God, yet it was my own fault or problem for not having the wisdom to understand that actually they do not love me. They're here for a certain reason or purpose. I could never discern or know back then. But later on in life, I realized that it was me who was the problem for letting people come into my life because they told me they loved me, and that was enough to prove to me that this is going to be a relationship or it's going to work out. Because I always went into that relationship or that situationship, you can call it, knowing that this is my man that I'm going to settle down with, this is my partner. So I went in all 100%, loving 100% and caring and being intentional about my person, yet they were not reciprocating the same for me. It's so heartbreaking. So after crying in the presence of God, it just so happened that I never really fell in love again. Like any man who approached me, I could discern and tell that this man isn't here because they love me. Or this man is here because of this man is here because of ABCD. I started discerning and knowing what was bringing these men into my life, and that really helped me. The reason why I'm telling you guys my story is probably someone out there will learn something or relate and never make the mistakes that I made back then, So a year passed. I'm not in any relationship. But even in that season, I remember I used to pray. I remember God breaking me. I remember surrendering to God to break me, to bend me, to shape me, to prepare me for the right man or for my husband, so that when he ever comes into my life, I am mature enough to be in that marriage, to be in that relationship, that we get so intentional about each other and know or understand that this is a mutual understanding, or it is we all feel the same way, we all think the same way, and we're on the same page. It's not that we're thinking about other things, but we're on the same page. We want this, and that's why we're in this. You understand what I mean? Okay, what I can give you an example. How you fall in love with someone, and from the word go, you understand each other, you communicate so easily, you're intentional about each other, you understand your person and they understand you. I think that's what makes a relationship or a marriage. And willing to sacrifice or be patient for the other person also matters a lot. So God was dealing with me, and I told him, Father, prepare me for the right man. I am not going to rush myself into anything until the day you let him walk into my life. Straightforward, it's been over 3 years of not being in a relationship. It doesn't mean that I don't get lonely sometimes. It doesn't mean that I don't want to have someone I can talk to. No, there are those moments, there are those times, there are those seasons. But I feel low or I feel disappointed. But again, I tell myself, if I've waited this long, I can't just give up like that. Because I have seen men who have loved their women so intentionally. I have seen men who communicate. I have seen men who do what they're supposed to do in relationships or marriages with people who are around me. And I'm like, oh my God, what was I settling for, or what was I in the past? You don't need to have so much to prove to a woman that you love them. I'll give you an example. You can earn 100,000 Uganda shillings. But out of that 100,000, if you gave your woman 1,000 shillings and told her, baby, this is what I have, and this is what I've given you because I have to invest, I have to pay rent, I have to do ABCD. And if your woman understands you that this is coming from a genuine heart, she will be happy with the 1,000 shillings you've given her and she will not complain. But having a man around you who is so stingy with everything that he has and is not a giver, but you as the lady, you're so intentional that you're even more of a giver than he is, and it's just there to take away from you, take away from you, take away from you, and is never intentional about how you feel or what is going on with your life, apart from wanting to take away from you. I have come to realize that good men are out there, and I believe that probably I haven't yet met that man, but one day it will come to pass. So I'm here to encourage each one of you that has not yet met that person. Hold on to that faith. Don't give up yet. When the time is right and God has prepared you enough, that man will walk into your life because you deserve the best. You deserve to be loved right because true love exists, and you will not be left out to suffer in any way, but rather find the right person and enjoy that marriage, and also live on the foundations of who God is. I hope you get this.